Hello guys, I picked up this tank, about 465 gallons, and I am going to demonstrate how to restore an acrylic tank that's has severe scratches and beat up in pretty bad shape. Now of course the first thing you want to do is clean it and make sure it's got a good clean, which I've already passed this phase. There's some embedded scratches really deep in here. So along with the surface, I'm going to have to get the inside as well and work in there. But I already started here with the 1500 grit, and I will explain a little bit of that over here. Take a walk here. So when you're dealing with acrylic, you want to go abrasive, but you don't want to go too abrasive. So in the past, this is what I've used, and it worked really well for me. The 1500, the 2000, and the 3000. Notice the difference between the thickness of some of these. The 1500 is what you start out with, and you can go 1000, but I've done it with 15 and I was able to skip the 1000 step. In some cases you can go straight to 2000 and go straight from 2000 to 3, but for really deep scratches you probably want to start off with 1500. As you work that area in there, you are going to clean it off and then work your way to 2000, repeat the process, wipe it all off, and eventually make it to 3000, where this is almost like a cloth. Real cloth type, in fact. Works really well. Now in the past I've used the Novus acrylic cleaner, but I am out, and I remember using these before when I ran out, and they were just as well. I think I picked these up at AutoZone or one of those auto part plates. McGuire's works really well. There's a 10 and the 17. 17 of course will remove the real fine hairline scratches. Mother's works just as well, but you know, I'll probably start out with this one and then work my way up after this one from the 10 to the 17, since I don't have the Novus acrylic cleaner. But capping back over here, I started with the 1500, and what you want to do is keep a water bottle on hand so you can constantly spray it. You spray it down and you work it in there. So I've already done this area from here to here with the 1500. I'm going to continue on, and I'll do it in layers. Then I'll come back, start with the 2000, wipe it all off, eventually work my way to 3. So I'll continue working on this, and I will keep you posted. Alright, so what I've done was I went ahead and passed through this whole area here with the 1500. Really dug in there and removed all kind of imperfections and scratches and markings that were on there. So what you want to do, of course, you know, you keep it wet, but you want to wipe all of this area down. Let me get all of this wiped down here, and I'll show you what's going to happen next. So after you wiped all of this down, you'll notice that you've hazed an area, and right here you can really see where you've scratched it compared to it being like that. You've dug in there and really scratched it good, you know, a light abrasive scratching, and haze it. And that's good, because what you're doing is you're leveling out any scratches that were on there, and you make them so that everything's all perfectly level with the scratches kind of gone. Now this will dry up here shortly, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass on there probably one more time real lightly, and then I'll move up to the 2000 and then repeat the process with the 2000 grit, and keep it moving here. So I'll keep you posted as I go. Alright, so I polished this area, and it looks very good. You can see the scuff, and where I polished it to make it look super clear. This is what it was like before. And I think the polishing looks a lot better than this side. I haven't done anything to this side yet, but I will get to that. So yeah, just doing this little squared off area here, it came out really, really super clear. Uh, this time around, instead of using the aquarium polish I normally use, I use the McGuire's number 10 plastic plastic polish, and then I came back with the 17, which is for even more finer hairline scratches that you might have. And again, I'm really impressed. Looks really good. So now I just need to do the rest of this, and that's going to take me a little bit of time. So give me a little bit, guys, and I will get back with you. Okay, guys. So it started raining while I was working on it, and I decided to get inside here where it's nice and dry. Anyway, putting the last coat of polish on here, and I used a 3000 sandpaper grit wet dry, which is almost like a cloth. And I didn't record that step, but it started raining, so I went ahead and started polishing. So, being that this is the last phase, of course, this is all the polish here. It'll come right off, but you can see it's going to be clear when I take it off. Worked it in there. We'll go with the buffer, and this area right here is the difference. You can see, you know, the clarity of it. I haven't done the outside yet, but this is just the inside, and it looks pretty good. Haven't done this wall yet, and this is the same thing. You take the polish off, and it'll be clear. But I'll continue to do this while it's raining. I guess all I can get done is today is the inside, and tomorrow, if it lets loose today, I'll finish the outside. But looks like this is going to be a job I have to finish tomorrow. But you can definitely see the difference, and I will keep you posted. Alright, guys, I did my last coat of wax polish on here, and I am going to go wipe it now. This should be it for me here. Hopefully this works out pretty well. A lot of time invested in this, and let's see what it looks like here. And it looks pretty good. You can clearly see how clear it is. Get out the shade, but you can see how clear it is right here. I was able to get just about all the scratches off, just a few minor hairline ones, but the deep scratches are all gone. So now the attempt is going to be to wipe all this down, interior is done, and try to get this thing going. But yeah, stuff works pretty well. I'll keep you guys posted. Alright, guys, this was the last step. I'm going to go ahead and do some soap and water on it now, but I'm pretty pleased with it. I was even able to get inside here and get the paint off that was inside of it somehow, blue paint. But I'm pretty pleased. I'm sure it'll look even better with the water in it. But it just needs some soap and water to get off any film from the wax. But yeah, scratches are pretty much all gone. I just see some small hairline ones, but I'm sure the water will take care of that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the how-to on removing scratches from acrylic tanks. It's not hard, it's just a little bit of time consuming, but you put a little elbow grease into it and you can get it out. Just remember to start with the low grade and work your way all the way up to the higher ones, and you should be able to achieve these results. Thanks for watching, guys.